Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Now I thought today I would try something a little bit different, something that I don't normally do. I'm going to be doing a little bit of like a vlog video of my Noel Gallagher concert, which I'm going to see tonight. So yeah, I just thought that I would film a little bit of me going to the concert beforehand, also a bit of the show, and then just do my usual sort of concert review once it's done. So yes, I hope you enjoy the video. Just at the train station now, getting the train through to Glasgow. One of my friends, Reni, will be joining me at the concert. He'll be getting on a little bit later on down the line, towards Glasgow. So yeah, should be a really good concert. So we're just at the concert now. I've got no idea if you'll be able to hear us here, but just at the concert. This is Reni here. Say hello to YouTube. The whole world's watching you. Are you excited for the concert? Yeah, I think it'll be really good. Have you seen Noel before? No, neither. First time for me as well. So yeah, gonna be good, hopefully. Okay, so it's the day after the concert, and like I must admit, like the kind of like vlog idea like which I had to do, like kind of went out off like the window really. Like I didn't really film like too much, but I will just now sort of talk about like the concert. So first thing we done that when like, we went to like, the merchandise stall, I got a couple of things. Got a programme here for the show, which was £10, which is quite reasonable like today, like for like a program. And like on like a lot of ones, this actually has like quite a bit of text in it, like and like writing. Like some of these programs like you get like they're just sort of picture books, like whereas this actually has some text in it. Picture like a Johnny Marr there as well. So yeah, like this is like this like wasn't like too badly priced, and I've just got my ticket like enclosed there as well. And then I also got a t-shirt as well. They had like quite a few designs of t-shirts. Like I just chose this one here with all the tour dates on the back of it. So our seats like actually that weren't like too bad. We were like the last row in section, I think it was 255 or like something like that. But like because like we were at like a slight angle, like it actually felt quite close to the stage. Like certainly like a lot closer, like it felt like closer like than I was like to like sort of like Weller or like Morrissey, like when like I'd seen them like earlier this year. Like I'm also fairly sure that like they were the exact same seats that when like I saw the Who like about like a year ago, like in like the same venue. So the support act for the show was a guy called Baxter Jury, who, if I'm going to be honest with you, was pretty shit. I reckon like he's only popular really because he's like the son of like Ian Jury, like he was quite a popular sort of singer like in like the late 70s. I mean like he played for about like half an hour and like it just wasn't all that great. It was quite sort of shouty, like a lot of like swearing about like in like his like lyrics and stuff, and like musically just wasn't all that great either. So yeah, like he like didn't get a brilliant reception like from like the crowd. Like there was like some booing towards him, which I certainly think like was justified because he wasn't all that great. But then about 9 o'clock, Noel took to the stage and performed like the following songs. He opened up with a few songs from his latest record, Who Built the Moon. So Fort Knox, Holy Mountain, Keep on Reaching, and It's a Beautiful World. Like all the first 4 songs like from like Who Built the Moon. Brilliant like way to start the show. Really works well. They're done In the Heat of the Moment from Chasing Yesterday, which was the last album, which was real crowd pleaser. Most people seem to really know that song. Then he done Riverman and the Ballad of the Mighty Eye, which was a real highlight like off like the concert for me. Like I kind of forgotten like how like sort of majestic like that song sounds like if like you don't hear it like for like a little while. So yeah, Ballad of the Mighty Eye, amazing tune. Then done another crowd pleaser, If I Had a Gun, followed by Dream On, both of which were from the debut Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds album. And like although Dream On like isn't one of my favourites from that record, I can certainly now like understand why he's kept it like in like the set list, because like the crowd like really love that song. Then he done 2 Oasis songs back to back, Little by Little, which was another kind of crowd sing-along, and The Importance of Being Idle. And then for me probably the only sort of surprise song like off like the show, because I had seen like the set list like for this tour like when he started it back in February, and like this next one like wasn't in it, If Love Is the Law, which was yeah like a surprise song for me. Like didn't know that like he was going to be doing this one here, and like it was an absolute treat to hear it live. It's one of my favourites like from his latest album. But to be honest with you, most of the crowd like didn't really seem to know it that well. But I like loved that one. Like that was brilliant to hear. And then kind of like the whole band like left the stage, and like it was just Noel and like the keyboard player. I think they done a brilliant version of Dead in the Water, which like this one most people really knew. Like they helped Noel sing it, and like it was just like a great moment. Then done another one from the new record, Be Careful What You Wish For, which is a much sort of slower number. And like if being honest with you, it is probably the only song which I would have maybe cut like from the set list. It's never been a massive favourite. It's never been like a massive favourite track of mine, that. But then things picked up for the next one. She Taught Me How to Fly, another brilliant track like from Who Built the Moon. Like you can really see like he is trying to push this record, and like these songs like they all come across really great live, and like this one that was no exception. Really fantastic track. And then done 2 more Oasis classics back to back, Half the World Away and Wonderwall, which were both incredible to hear. And then the main set closed with AKA What a Life, which, yes, like this is like another song which like from like the debut record, it's kind of taken on like a life of its own, really, like in like a live set, and like it just really comes alive. It's so like upbeat, like it's really fantastic tune, and that closed the main set. And then he came back on for an encore, which started off with a song called The Right Stuff, which was from Chase Yesterday, which was I believe this was the first time like he's actually done this song live, like on this tour. Like, and like the female vocalist he has with him, like I forget like her name, like she does a great job singing this one up. But maybe like I personally wouldn't have started like the encore with it. Like it certainly like seemed to be like a bit of like a downer, like after like What a Life and like Wonderwall. Like this song like a slightly deeper cut like from like his solo career. But then he done another like Oasis classic, Go Let It Out, which I really love like Noel's vocal like on this. Like a lot of people like when like he started doing this one live were saying, oh, like Noel can't sing this is like a Liam song. Like I think that's rubbish. Like Noel wrote the song like for starters, like plus he sings it like really well, I think. So yeah, like that was a great one to hear, like one that you don't hear him do like every day. And then he done his absolute classic song, Don't Look Back in Anger, which just was a more sort of like acoustic version, because like in like the last few years the song has become like a lot more sort of poignant. So like he said that like he wants to kind of strip like the song back like a little bit, which I think works really well. But then he wasn't finished there, because the show closed with Beatles cover, All You Need Is Love, yeah, like classic tune. And like for this one, like there was sort of like there's loads of balloons like underneath the stage, which kind of all came down like during this one here, which they there must have been about, I don't know, 50 like off like these colourful balloons like invading like the stage. Like I wonder like the band like could like keep themselves like concentrated like for this song. So yeah, and like that ended the show, and it was yeah, like absolutely fantastic. I thought that Noel's voice was great, like the whole band were really fantastic. Like he's got like Gem Archer back in the band, Chris Shattuck, like again like who that was like a drummer like with Oasis, like they're all back with him, and like they're sounding like as good as ever. But personally I think he maybe could have played for like a little bit longer. Like it came on at 9 and like was done just before like 11, like maybe like about half an hour longer like he could have done, because he's certainly got like the songbook for it. Like there was 22 songs like in total like for like the set list. Another sort of like minor thing as well that was I wish he'd done Black and White Sunshine like from like Who Built the Moon. Like that's one of my favourite tracks like from Who Built the Moon, but like I think that that's quite a difficult song like for him to sing live. Like it's quite tough on him vocally, so like I could understand like why that song like didn't stay like in like the set list. And like also maybe a few more classic like Oasis songs like wouldn't like have gone amiss, like say stuff like The Master Plan or like Listen Up, or like even like some might say like some sort of like more like big like Oasis hits like could have like really worked well. But like again, like I'm glad the show like didn't turn into like a sort of pure like nostalgia fest. All the great things about the show were like the visuals as well. They had like a sort of big screen which they used to sort of project like these sort of like psychedelic like imagery like on like say like the newer songs, but then also like sort of like went sort of like black and white like for like the more like poignant like acoustic stuff. I think that like they all worked really well. They had lasers, like they had a bit of everything really. Like I think it all really helped to enhance the show experience. And like as I got already mentioned, like his voice was in great form. Like I'd say like unlike Liam's voice, which is kind of going downhill like a bit like in like the last few years, Noel's voice is actually like improving like and like getting better, I think, like the more like he gets comfortable like singing like lead vocals. I mean he's not like the most sort of talkative performer, like not the most exciting person to watch live, like but the music like which like the band were like able to create like sort of like made like such like a positive like atmosphere like in like the like arena. I would maybe like not like recommend the show to people like who don't like this new record, like maybe just like ooh like maybe just want to hear like Oasis like era stuff, because like Who Built the Moon was very much like heavily featured and like part like off at the show, which I thought was great, because like I love that record. I think it's possibly his best solo record, and it's certainly one of the most like interesting like things like he's ever done, like I think. So like it was a real like treat to hear those songs live. So yes, I hope you have enjoyed this review, and I will see you all next time for the next video. Goodbye.